So, what if going viral wasn't about luck? Seriously, what if it was a repeatable science, a formula that anyone could actually learn? Well, according to creator Daniel Bitton, it is, and he claims he's built a system that proves it. So, let's break down his exact blueprint for engineering viral short-form content.
All right, so why should you even listen to this guy? Well, it kind of starts with this number right here, $2 million. That's the revenue his company's pulled in just last month. And get this isn't from some big shot marketing agency with decades of experience. Nope, this is the work of an 18-year-old who says he's cracked the code.
And this quote, this gets right to the heart of his whole philosophy. He's arguing that virality isn't some random lightning strike. It's a skill. It's a set of fundamentals that, once you learn them, you can apply them to pretty much any topic on any platform and just generate massive attention. That's the whole idea here.
And look, he's got the receipts to back it up. At just 15 years old, he was making $500,000 a month from Snapchat shows. But then he got banned. Overnight, gone. He didn't quit, though. Instead, he doubled down, basically reverse-engineered his own success and perfected a formula that he could use anywhere.
So, how'd he do it? Well, the first big pillar of his blueprint goes directly against one of the most common pieces of advice we've all heard. Just post consistently. Bilton says that's a huge misunderstanding, and that real growth, well, that comes from a totally different way of thinking.
This slide lays it all out, the myth versus the reality. On one side, you've got this endless content treadmill. On the other, the power of one single great video. Bitton uses a Mr. Beast analogy. One video that takes a whole month to get right can pull in 50 million views, while 4 rushed videos in that same month might not even get a few million combined. The takeaway here is pretty simple, right? Quality is the metric that actually moves the needle.
And he doesn't pull any punches on this. He believes that just posting all the time without focusing on quality, and maybe more importantly without learning from what you post, is just a recipe for burnout. If the videos aren't good and you aren't getting better, no amount of consistency is going to save you.
Now, that doesn't mean you should only post once a month. No. Instead, it's about what he calls calculated quantity. See, quantity isn't the enemy, but it has to have a purpose. Every single video you put out there is a data point. You have to look at it, learn from it, and then use those lessons to make the next one even better.
Okay, so you're learning from every post. Great, but what are you learning to do? How you actually take those lessons and systematically make a better video. This brings us to the real tactical heart of his system. A simple 3-point formula for improving on any successful video you find.
And here it is. Step 1. Make the video longer. Bitton points out that YouTube Shorts actually favors longer videos, like, say, 45 seconds instead of 30, because it gives them more time to place ads. Smart. Second, make it higher quality, and we'll get into what that means in a sec. And third, improve the concept itself. So instead of a boring video called 5 tips for the gym, you make it 5 gym mistakes that are killing your gains. See the difference?
And check out how small these quality improvements can be. We're not talking Hollywood-level production here. We're talking about going from 720p to 1080p clips, or changing plain white subtitles to dynamic ones where keywords pop with color. These little details might seem minor, but they add up, and they create a way more professional, engaging experience that just gives you a clear edge.
But even with better length and better quality, a video can still totally fall flat. Bitton argues that the single most important component, the foundation that everything else is built on, is the script.
And he actually puts a number on it. He says scripting and the storyline make up a whopping 80% of a video's success. The editing, the cool effects, the sound design, all that stuff is just the other 20%. It's there to serve the story. A viral idea with a bad script is just a failed video. Period. So, what makes a good script? He follows this formula. You start with a hook that states the idea like, this is the most exclusive beach in the world. Then a supporting hook to add some more intrigue, and it costs over $100,000 to get in. Then you build up the story, the context, and, this is critical, right before the end you use a rehook, like asking a question to stop people from swiping away before you finally deliver that big payoff.
And this leads to his golden rule for visuals. Your script is king, but your visuals have to be its loyal subject. What does that mean? It means if your voiceover is talking about a pencil, you better be showing a pencil on screen. This perfect sync between what you hear and what you see creates this seamless, almost hypnotic experience that makes it really hard to click away.
Okay, awesome. You've got a formula for improving videos and a structure for scripting them. But what do you even make a video about? This takes us to the final and maybe the most important piece of the whole blueprint, finding the idea in the first place.
Because let's be real, you can have the most perfectly executed video in the entire world, but like he says, nobody cares about a video on pencils. The idea is the foundation. A boring topic is just doomed from the start, no matter how well you produce it.
So where do the best ideas come from? His answer is kind of deceptively simple. He argues that you shouldn't be trying to invent some viral concept out of thin air. Instead, you should find what's already proven to work and just make it better.
And his main way of doing this is what he calls the long-form content hack. It's simple. Find a successful 20-minute YouTube video in your niche, figure out its core concept, the key points that made people watch it, and then repackage that whole thing as a 40-second short. The audience interest has already been proven. Your only job is to condense it and improve it.
So at the end of the day, Bitten's whole framework reframes virality not as some lottery ticket, but as a system, a process of analyzing, improving, and executing. It suggests that if you get the fundamentals right, huge reach isn't just possible, it's predictable. Which really leaves us with just one final thought. If he's right, if virality really is a formula, what are you going to build with it?